Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a very exciting and hopefully informative video for you guys. I'm going to be taking you through how to book tickets to the Warner Brothers Studio Tour in London. If that's something you're interested in, then make sure you keep watching because we're going to deep dive into it right now. Okay, so I have decided to split this video up into 3 parts. It's currently going to be 3 parts. I'm not entirely sure if it will stay the same or if it'll be more or less. But there are lots of different ways and types of tickets that you can book. So what I've decided to do is how to book the standard kind of individual tickets and add your add-ons on like afternoon tea and things like that. The next lot will be packages, so when you can book like your dinner, your twilight tours, all those sort of things. And then the third one is going to be all about how to book special events, because special events are a really big thing at the Warner Brothers Studio Tour in London, but they can be kind of confusing on how to book them. And I myself have actually been confused with how to find them before in the past. I've got onto the website and thought, where do I go for this? I thought by breaking it down into 3 separate videos, I'll be able to give you a little bit more of an in-depth look in how to do so, and hopefully it will make your booking process a lot easier in the future. So let's get this all set up with my screen recording. Go. So you need to go onto the browser of your choice to start with. I just have Google because I'm using Google Chrome on a MacBook. Google Chrome is basically the easiest thing to use. I know we have Safari, but I just find it easier to use. And then you can type in any version of like Harry Potter London and it should come up. Yep, it usually comes up as one of the first things. You can type in the Warner Brothers Studio Tour London, Warner Brothers Studios. There's kind of like a variation of things that you can type in and it should come up. Now you will see that I've got the purple, the one at the top is purple because I've clicked it recently. I go on there a little bit too much, but you can see it has lots of different things. So you can look at tickets, please, buy tickets, get in here, the experience, visitor information. You can click on any of those. They're just shortcuts into the main website. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to go straight on to just the main URL, which will take you to the main page of your home screen. Now, as you can see, you have the logos up here. When you are on different parts of the website, if you just click on here, it will take you straight back to this main screen. You have, for example, here, the experience. So all the different things that you need to know, including what's going on, things about if you're a school, just different pieces of information. Again, the same with the tickets. So just kind of like the standard tickets, the ticket packages and gift tickets. You've got your plan your visit, which tells you different things that you might need to know before, after or during the event, and you can get a little bit more information, including the help centre, which is over here. And if you need accessibility tickets, you can also do so here. And then, of course, it wouldn't be the Warner Brothers website or a Harry Potter website without the tour shop. So you can look at the online store as well and get an idea of the prices and the items you get. The one thing I will say is not everything in the tour shops will be on the website, and not everything from the website will be in the shops. And when you are looking at the website, they may have slightly different prices because you can sometimes get web exclusive prices. For the purpose of this video, as I said, we are going to go through and look at the different tickets. So this video is about just the standard tickets and a couple of add-ons that you can get as you're going through. If you are interested in finding out about the packages, then once that video is live, I will link it up above, and the same with the special feature tickets. Same with booking the special feature tickets or after hour events, I will link that up above. Now you can scroll down and as I said, you will get different things that you need to know. It will talk to you about the different events. So it's currently Magical Mischief as I am filming this, and I will be going to the Magical Mischief for that. You can see there's lots of bits for you to click on, but we are going to go for booking the tickets. So you can either go buy tickets at the top, which says must be booked in advance, which is true. If you don't book them in advance, you aren't likely to get them. I will say they do put tickets out nearer the time if people either can't make it anymore, they've transferred the tickets, or if they happen to have any spare. Or you can go down here to book now, which is going to go to this big book now one, which will take you through to this website. Now, what you can do here is they have all the different ticket types, but it's also got the opening hours. So if you want to see the opening hours before you're booking to see what it is, then you can click on view calendar. It will take you over to this website here, which will give you the hours. So if you were to go, for example, for Friday the 20th of March, it will tell you the time of the first bus, which is the transfer that you can get from Watford Junction. It's a free bus, you just got to show your ticket and you can get on it. The time the studio tour opens, the first tour, what time it begins. You can get in a little bit before the first tour if you want to get breakfast or anything like that. The time that the final tour begins, that's the latest ticket they'll sell, the time that it closes and of the last bus. And it also shows you which of the features is on. So for example, here it tells you that Magical Mischief is on. And it will do that for all the months. So if we're to go to, for example, October 2026, it will show you on the 16th of October, the Dark Arts is on, and it will give you all the same information and a little bit of information about that specific event or feature. My brain is not braining. I do apologise. I had a really bad case of like a virusy flu last week. So I'm just trying to get back to my everyday normal. Now you can either go using the back arrow, you can either go back to the page you're on, or you can click buy ticket and it's going to take you back to the same page that we were originally on. You might have to do it twice if you've gone to different months. As you scroll down, there are several different types of tickets. We are going to be focusing on the studio tour tickets in this video. But when we do our packages video, we will look at the hotel and breakfast packages, ticket and transfer packages. We will look at the ticket and dinner packages, the breakfast packages, and potentially the deluxe tour and the twilight tours, and the relaxed tour, but I might do them in a separate one, just because they are slightly different to your standard tickets and your packaged tickets. And we're going to look at the afternoon tea in this one as well. Now you can go through and book it through there, but you can also just book it through the standard ticket package. So that's what we're going to do first. So we are going to start off by clicking on buy tickets and it will take us through to this page. Now I just love this page because it feels so magical, like loading your tickets, finding your add-ons and unlocking savings. I know, I'm a bit strange that I find that really exciting. Okay, so you're going to see it comes through and there's 3 different stages to this. It's going to be your tickets, your extras and your checkout. Now, this has changed since before because before it would just bring up the calendar, you'd put the number of tickets at the side and you'd click on the different dates through the calendar. But now you have to find the tickets on here and you have to say how many you want to start with. So for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to do a standard 2 adults and 2 children package. For me, normally I'll just be booking the adult packages unless I'm going with friends who have kids. But I will show you for the purpose of this video how to do 2 adults and 2 children. Also, if you've got any under 4s, they go free, so you don't need to buy them a ticket, well, 4 and under. Once you've done that, it says at the top, so you have 14 minutes to complete your order. So you will click continue. And this will bring you through to a page where it has all of the tickets. Now, as we are looking so close, there won't be as many for like March and April, but if you go through here, it will show you the availability for each month. So the ones that are just a block colour is the best availability. The ones that are half block colour and half a lighter colour are the last tickets remaining. The ones that are just plain are sold out, and the ones where there's a line, which I will show you, is closed. So you will probably see the closed one around like October, November time. Yes, so here's for November, which is when they will be doing the overlay for Hogwarts in the Snow. So that just means that that's the week that they're closing, which is usually the week they close to put the Hogwarts in the Snow overlay and feature on, because they have to obviously put loads of snow out, but also that's normally when they do their press events as well. So they'll do like their influencer nights and stuff like that. And it's usually towards the end of that week or at that weekend, dependent on when they choose to do it. For the purpose of this, we will look at July. So let's say we want to go the 31st of July for Harry's birthday. I would click on it here and it's going to bring you your time slot. So it's recommending you get 3.5 hours for your studio tour time slot. I'm the sort of person that even though I've been time and time again, I can be there from like 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. I can be there from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. I can be there from like 11 a.m. until like 5 p.m. You get a choice of so many different times, all the way from 9 o'clock until 6:30. So you can see that this date isn't booked out. So I'm going to say 9 o'clock. Let's say you want to do a nice 9 o'clock one. Now, this is showing that it is because you can get a family ticket, I believe. So you can get 2 adults, 2 children, which means you are actually getting a discount of £23, which is amazing. And then you would click add to order. So it's got this little snitch. How cute is that? So you add this to your order and it will take you through to this page. Now, this gives you everything you need to know. Obviously, you'll probably be quicker than me. I'm talking to you as I do it, so I'm talking a little bit more. So you can check on the order summary side. So it says your date, your time, your amount of tickets. Obviously, it tells you you've got a savings here. And then you can decide if you want to add anything else. So they've obviously themed it and it says anything from the trolley. If you don't see an extra listed, it may be sold out for your selected date. So you can check nearer the time. But for example, you can get a digital guide. Through security, when you get through, there is a audio guide section and you literally go over and you can get an audio guide from there. You don't have to pre-purchase it. You can purchase it on the day. I have done them before in the past. I don't typically do them anymore. But maybe I'll go back and redo one before, but they've been really good when I have done them in the past. They do a children's version and an adult's version in a multitude of languages. By purchasing it prior, you get £1 off. So instead of it being £5.75, it's £4.75. And it gives you exclusive behind the scenes footage. You have the crew talking, some of the cast. And as I said, it lists a bunch of languages that they have them in there. You could also add on a paper guide, so you save £2 by pre-booking that, which will help you remember that event. I actually think I might get a guide next time I go, or one of the next times I go, just because I haven't been and got a guide for so long, and I know that guide has been updated since I last got one, so you can get it for £7.95. You can also add on the digital photography package, saving around £7.50 per person for groups of 3 to 4, so you can bring home your broomstick, green screen area and multiple digital photographs from the wanted experience. But you don't get the Hogwarts Express in this specific one. So if you wanted to add that on, all you would need to do is click the plus button and it will add it on depending on how many you want. So if you want 4 studio guides, then you can add on 4, which will then add it on and bring it over here for you. If it's somebody's birthday, I went for my birthday last year and my friends all pitched in and got me a cake. You can order a happy birthday Harry cake. Now, the one thing I will say is you don't have to get it on this specific order, but you do have to do it 48 hours beforehand. I'm pretty sure it has to be minimum of 48 hours beforehand. If you try and do it after that, they can't do it because obviously they've got to make the cake, bring it, get it in storage. These cakes are really big. They will serve 6 to 10 people and genuinely tastes amazing. Like, I loved it. Hopefully I've got some footage that I can put in somewhere. So if you wanted to add that on, so you can just click the add button and that would add it on. Obviously, these aren't things that you're typically going to book. But I just want to show you the purpose of it. If you don't decide you don't want it on there, then you can just take it away like that. If you wanted to add the afternoon tea, which personally I think is a really good experience, but it depends on your budget, whether it's what you're looking forward to doing, then you can add on your afternoon teas. So I think they change slightly every now and again, but if you're interested in what it looks like, I actually did do an afternoon tea last year, so I will link that above, so if you want to go and watch that, and I'll probably do it again at some point with mum, so I'll be able to do an updated version and I'll update that link once I've done it. It's not on the cards as of this moment, but I'm sure I'll do it at some point. Then you can just add them on here like that, so you can add on, if you've got more people that are going with you, you can add on all the afternoon teas here. You can also add on your child's afternoon tea, so for an adult it's £42.50, for a child it's from £16.50. The child's one is really cool because it comes in, you know, the little trunks that they have in the films. It comes in a little trunk and it's adorable. And you can take stuff home if needed, and you can just select the time that you want to do and that will add it on. I will say that what's one really good thing about the afternoon teas is that if you just ask an interactor, so you can go in and do your tour, and if you say to an interactor, that's what they call their employees, they're called interactors. If you say to them, I've got the afternoon tea booked, they will take you from the tour out to the afternoon tea, you get to enjoy it, and then if you tell the people at the afternoon tea station, they will then take you back into the tour. You can either go back in to where you were originally, where you left off, or you can go back and start from around the Great Hall again, just depends what you're feeling after you've eaten, and you can get things to take away, I believe. And then down here, it gives you the option to choose whether you want the standard menu, vegetarian menu, without gluten. It's got lots of... it's got lots of different options. So I'm just going to add in like standard menus. Again, with the children's one, so say you had a child that can't have gluten, so you can add that in and then they will know that prior. So then that will be added on. If your party has food allergies, then you can click on this, and you have to contact them 48 hours prior to going. But I do think that they do email you, but it is worth contacting them as well anyway, not leaving it up to chance. You can add on champagne if you wish to, and there is priority parking, so they have normal parking, and it's quite a big car park. But if you want to park like directly outside of the tour, then you can pay an additional £10 per vehicle, and they will allow you to do so. But if you are disabled or have an electric car that needs an electric charging bay, then you can get that for free, so you don't need to add this on. You can just, I think you can contact them or just tell them when you get there. Obviously, that's taken up the price by an awful lot, but that is how you would do it. Let's just say you wanted to go through with this as it is now. Then you just click the Add Extras button. It's going to take you through to this page where you can pay. So you can either get an email ticket, which looks like this, or you can get a mail delivery ticket, which looks like this. And then you would put all of your details in. Now, I'm not going to put my details in just because I don't need to. And once you've done that, you would then click, you have to agree to the terms and conditions, agree to that, and then click pay with card. Now, I'm not going to do that because if I did that, it's going to take that money off, but that is how you would do it. You just fill in all your details. If you don't want any of the extras, so I'm just going to take all the extras off, and you just want the standard tickets with nothing else, you would do the exact same process. You would just go down and click continue without extras, and then it would take you through to this page here, and you could then again choose whether you want to have an e-ticket or a mail ticket, which I really like doing the mail tickets, but obviously you don't need one. And I didn't know this, but you can go to the box office and swap your printout ticket for a physical ticket, so that also might be worth doing dependent on whether you want to get it, because obviously if you're coming from another country, for example, if you're coming from like America or Japan or Germany or just anywhere that's not in the United Kingdom, it might be harder to get your tickets to you. I'm not sure if you can actually get tickets, essentially, if you're outside of the UK. That's something I'd also have to query into. But then you can actually swap it across there. And when I went with my friend Ellie, she had printed tickets and she swapped it for a physical ticket for me and left them in the box office. So that was great. So again, just put all your details in you need to know, and then you would tick those and you would pay with your card. Now, it says pay with credit card. You don't have to. I've paid with my normal card before, but you can pay with credit card. There's a variety of different options. You can see Visa, American Express. Yeah, that's how you would book that. So we've come back to the page. I just wanted to go through the bit where it says afternoon tea. So you can buy tickets here. So if you know you want to get the afternoon tea, you can go directly through the afternoon tea link. We come through and we're going to put in, for example, 2 adults this time. So it's going to come through, and I think it's pretty much the same booking process. We'll just go with this, for example. Hopefully there's afternoon tea. It should be, because I've gone through the afternoon tea way. But then you go down, and again, it will give you the option for the afternoon tea package, which you can then add on, and they've got them throughout the time. On the afternoon tea one, it doesn't make a difference. Personally, I always go through the standard booking one if I want to add on an extra like that. It's a little bit easier, and it's the exact same process, and I don't have to scroll down and find it. But that is how you book your tickets to the Harry Potter Studio Tour or Warner Brothers Studio Tour in London. As I said, make sure you come back, because I'm going to be going through the different ticket types, and I'm also thinking that I might do a full video, because I can then show you how to do a gift ticket and group tickets. If you found this video helpful, then make sure you let me know down below and give this video a thumbs up. If you'd like to see any more of my videos, we make lots of Harry Potter and magical videos. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on so you are notified every single time I upload. And if you want to see any more of my videos, including the other ticket types, then make sure that you click here. I hope you have a magical day. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Oh, I'll update these boxes once the videos have gone live, but until then, I will just link other Harry Potter type videos there. Hope you have a great day. Bye.